is the stream working? Because I have no clue for where I am right now. God, this is happening again. I guess it's just that time at night when my internet fucks up. I fucking hate that. Oh god. It is working, isn't it? I mean, if I check here and I still can't see whether or not it's working, I'm just gonna have to hope that it is. I mean, the timer looks like it's running. Okay, good. It's running. I fucking hate that. I hate it when that happens. OBS just disconnects. Oh god. Okay, so I jinxed myself, kind of, back there. Ugh. Well, let's continue. I really do, Lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her. Oh wait, is Kim not being sarcastic there? I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
He takes a sip of her thermal cup. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
I can't imagine. There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent. So, what did they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group. Oh, sorry, it's encyclopedia. The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Rivisholian Indo tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remains. Where are the other Indo tribes? Sambatis, Loon, and the unknown entity known as Brightest Star. You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Oh, fuck, they're practically robbing us. Billion? What exactly is a billion?
It's a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made of? Am I hearing this right, other officer over there? Kim, was it? Right. Is he serious? Oh, he most definitely is serious, man. What happened to you?
It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does the Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
It probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly. What does such a huge system want in a place like this? It probably helps to start out with a huge royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo.
You don't keep it moving, the workers do. Company's none without them,
We built this district.
she says calmly. There it is. She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain,
Oh,
with its
Ghislain is like
bastions,
read it.
the plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall
Before
rises.
Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay
Good
it!
luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
Aw.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
Aw. You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words. Ah! Leave it alone.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What's your role in this, precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
I'm pretty sure that's just downplayed the role you play, ma'am.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organisation now.
What the hell is with this game and racism all of a sudden? How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Huh. Doesn't remind you to me when it comes to talking to people. I also prefer to talk to people face to face sometimes, especially when it comes to talking about more serious stuff.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes.
Ooh.
Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even, admit. What happened to this Gamon?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She paused to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Oh, God. Ah! Okay, then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands, then?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means. I don't know what to think about that over-aggressive commie posture. Seems like they had no idea about business. Forget it. I want to ask if they... I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
I mean... think about that. They need a signature from all 2,200 workers in the Martinez terminal. Things would not get moving at that rate. That would take way too long to have any company policy or whatever proceed. The better thing to do, in my opinion, when it comes to this, probably be to have representatives. That representatives from their end that can work closely, that can communicate closely with the rest of the workers. So they sign on things, but after discussing it with everyone else. That seems idealistic, I know, but needing to wait for like 2,000 people to agree on any decision is not conducive in the long run, I say. But you do still need to listen to your workers, obviously, so you have to come up with a system for that.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It's pretty funny, I have to admit. The kings are dead. Long live the workers! Workers can't be kings. A king is king. It's pretty funny, I have to admit. And what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
We check audio again? Good.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Wait, mañana. Wasn't mañana the guy in the Whirling's kitchen? This checks out. This checks out. This cap at the gate, did you put in there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied she's open to discussing the matter with you at a later occasion. Yeah, when I'm alone, right? Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Oh my god, that's actually pretty clever.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
Okay.
Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right
A
expression.
mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Organized labor, as they say. Ah, okay.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to
And
you.
your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights of local working men. John Leech sucking the life out of Rivershaw. Basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. Let's read over that again. Once they were basically a workers' union, right? The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution, 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. They did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a mob, the lieutenant says simply. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them. Professionally honest officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions only embolden Everard and his brother. And after the advocate for the rights of local working men, Giant Leech sucking the life of Revershaw. I mean, a workers' union, right? But if it's a corrupted workers' union, Everard essentially twisted its guts. I'd say it is a giant leech sucking the life out of Revershaw, but it was once an effective advocate for the rights of local working men. Because it was a workers' union once. She said so herself. It was a... hold on. Is my stream failing again? Okay, no, it's proceeding. A giant leech sucking the life out of Revershaw. It's been turned into a giant leech sucking life out of Revershaw, where it was once an effective advocate for the rights of local working men, because it was once a legit workers' union.
Indeed, and a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Gotcha.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
So I need to hear. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something. Worry lines crease her forehead, but it's more than worry. In her eyes, a hint of... Is that guilt?
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
I lost it on a drunken binge. It's related to my unusual condition, ma'am. Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events. Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. And for all I know, I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Yes.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
Like me asking you what a billion is. I can't believe that was enough to clue you in, ma'am. She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Oh, God.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Uh-huh. Hang on, she may be a professional negotiator. she should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial agreement. Beneficial agreement. What kind of agreement would it be? I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Consider this. Perhaps she's been planning it all along. That you convinced yourself into colluding with her. Let me check if there's anything I can use later on for this. And I'll find it somehow. Let's talk about something else I have to
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
She pulls her hood closer around her neck. Yes, reality in your side case. Reality is your side case. Imagine that. Being a detective and your side case is discovering reality itself. An experimental side case. I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in. It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. No time to explain, just give me the lowdown. Actually, now's not a good time for reality lowdown. Maybe later.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She puts her thermal cup down and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Thank you. Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay? Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
It's your first to your corresponding ages. And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Check audio again. Good. A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You were here as a teenager?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
Alright. You mentioned this, a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as La Immensité Blue. The blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm, and knowledgeable, flowing in and out of sight. What's the name of this island?
It's not really...
Sorry.
Yes. Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her. And to humanity at large. Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city is Revachol?
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory beyond patriotism. A fact. What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay, who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semenine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
DeLorean? Huh, we just thought up the name Dolores. And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Wait, standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. Ah, okay. So essentially, we're in the hemisphere. Anyway, not the hemisphere. The what do you call it? The equator. There we go. We're in the equator, or this world's equivalent of equator. So we're in an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look at the sea. Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There's no recognition. There's no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon. Jamais vu. Oh, okay. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Madame Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they left off.
I love how Kim sometimes sounds like our parent. Diligent boys remember when they left off. You can do this later. Come on now, we have work to do. God damn it, Kim. Stop being my mom.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
What times are these? Let's go with this. What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
I did. The doctor didn't want to listen to me. She conveys it in short, cold bursts. Try not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective. In case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio. I know you've got a lot riding on me. I won't let you down. For causes and stuff, but encephalopathy. I won't let you down.
It's not just me, Detective. All of Martinez has placed its chips on your success. I pray we've all bet wisely.
Well, that's a... Whew. That's comforting. Fuck.
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, so it's definitely the drinking. She nods, slowly.
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie out in the open somewhere.
Oh my god! Oh, that's morbid. That is so morbid. That's horrible. That is because we know where the necktie was tied up, but oh my god, I can't help but laugh whenever the horrific necktie comes along. Oh god, that's horrible. Stop it, necktie. That's horrible. Shut the fuck up. But oh god, it's actually kind of funny when he talks. And perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie out in the open somewhere. Oh my god. Oh, we're such a mess. Oh god. We are a mess. Oh. I'm conflicted about laughing at that. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say. But it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at the lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, pup.
What nice fabrics. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man, that seem to say everything is possible. Within reason. Yes, so?
Now look at you, misery-clad singing, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits or legs, a sight of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too ashamed. I'm not ashamed. What's this feeling? I've never felt it before. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech with some dough. As I should be, for even considering it. This is a woman and I'm a man. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. Ashamed?
Yes, you're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious gems of eau de me.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance,
Can
please
I
don't
have
hesitate to ask.
some money? Yes! Voila, you're doing it! Help me, I'm poor. I need money to keep living.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm sad to hear that. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant. About this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I need $1 billion real. 70.
That's a reasonable sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. In it, you see paper notes arranged like black gills. You're a godsend. She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
Whoa, did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Train to money down.
Nay, it would be dishonorable, and mine honor is my life.
Can you eat honor? Are you an honor form? Give me a break.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You bribed me, alright. I'm your little peon now. I'm still getting my head around this whole money concept. You're just helping me out.
You're right, man. that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Donations, eh, Kim? Donations, eh?
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
I think we should continue the conversation about reality later, ma'am. Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Stop off that. Wow, you work hard. I do? Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. What hard work do I do exactly? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaics, sand, linoleum after you re-emerged. As a sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. Yeah, I ride. A little. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. You ride. Little. A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers in your face with the innocence on them. With the face of the innocence on them. Yeah, innocences, huh? You bring the Franco Negroes and the soulless. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a spritzer and a money printer. I mean, yeah, you did take that bribe from the Joyce woman. Oh, and then there's a pawn and stuff and that suspicious war guy. Yes, I've made some gills, sure. I mean, yeah, I did take the bribe from that Joyce woman. Oh, yeah, you took that bribe hard. You're a killer. Oh, and they're spawning stuff off of that suspicious roar guy. Yeah, you're in a sales business. Shake him off for shit and then pawn it off law officer style. I guess I made some gills, sure. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now ask yourself, are you rich? Yes, quiet. Get out of here, you're a pauper. You work harder than anyone, almost rode yourself to the grave. You're still practically a hobo. Why is that? It's because that Godshire guy's right in my ass. The system's broken. There's a market of corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops has price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so poor? Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so just sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in a Gossamer state that is beneficial? I thought there were no taxes. You and I both, but they got the indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer State's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money. No fucking way. Guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Opt-in. You sure? That seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It'll only making me into a free market type. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can you see? Are you sick and tired of having having bloody nipples? Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with that? Opt-in, but only a little. It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates, and don't you fucking forget it. Alright, white warning. Okay, let's see here. You see yourself from above. You passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? a great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves! The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Minus what's authority, little guy gets further and further away. Indirect modes of taxation. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Find indirect taxation or the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons and customs agency and the banditos of the Insulindian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. I want to keep my empathy, so nah. Jamais vu. Ravachol Special Administrative Region, Le Caillou, the Insulindian Ocean Coalition Government, Insulindian Mission Command, name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something's wrong. You feel like a kid looking at the stickers in the fridge. Travon, the Apricot Company, World Game straight forward. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. It feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you truly must complete. Intelligence, psychological, retro failures, heal +1 morale, physical and physiology and motorics, retro failures, heal +1 health, learning campaign threshold raised to 6. Ooh. All endurance by checks unlocked, learning capper endurance raised to 4. Get a reality lowdown. Keep asking choice questions about reality, or return later. She'll be there whenever you need info. Tracy's info on a lynching. There's something she wants to tell you. You just have to present her with your badge to hear it. Or perhaps you did hear a favor. She would wave off the formality. Whatever the case, you need to know what she knows. It's already late. It's already 10:30. Ah, some more magnesium.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
The fuck was that all about? Okay, what's this? This is a wall inside of the apartment building. Let's just leave for now.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
A garden hose. This will be of use until the snow melts. A balcony with a view of the yard and the hanging. Chains and tables eaten by rain and rot. Ooh, orange bum hat. +1 reaction speed. Take all, please. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Let's see, the orange bum hat. An orange beanie with a couple of big ass holes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. What the fuck? Oh, that's locked. We could explore the upper parts of that tomorrow. How much until I can get? It's still a while. what else can we? It is getting pretty late already. What's in here? Coin-operated viewer. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. Poor little viewer. Pat it. The metal feels cold and wet on your palm. It looks unhygienic. Vandalism. Look inside. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the words written on the side with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Shift your focus to the background. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and grays appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks. An X-shaped cross topping its tower. You notice to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Chiro. The central symbol of Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height we strive towards.
The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights or windows.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
The lieutenant inspects the rig and slot. Leave. Oh, and what's this one? This coin-operated viewing machine is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such property? What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What
They
happened?
got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Eva Claire, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can we do something
We
about
should
it?
have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Right. Cool, I dig organized crime. You're a cop, Harry. You probably shouldn't say shit like that. Equip this to collect Woo! Yay! You hear a distant squall of sea breeze. We got the bag! The things I've seen. Insane! I can't do. I'm the job for every man. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble, I'll fix it. I've been kicked out of every joint in Revachol. I wonder why. I sympathize, man. I really do. Come on. And I'm still young. That's my song. That's a... shit. Music's hot, man. You're nothing watch around me, boy. We got the bag. Now we can collect shit and sell them. A spatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Oh my. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up, inoperable. Mail collector box. This post-level L'Aventurier mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Good mail delivery box. Fuck you, mail delivery box! Now I'm gonna pat the box. The box seems happy. No! Perceptions. Oh my god. Eat shit, pig! Fucked by the coon! And Saint G! With a crown of it scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore! And Bassett mailbox also. I feel your mail collection box. Been there. Post Aventurier mail collection box. Been there. Mail collection box. You should man the fuck up. I feel for your mail collection box. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow. Fuck you, mail delivery box! Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I want to make Harry into a soft man. I don't know why. Some great tectonic forces crack the pavement like an eggshell. Hey, what the fuck is this? Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. The cold stone slab at the bench looks rather uncomfortable. There are cigarette stubs all
Rather
around.
an inviting bench. I'm not one for sitting on benches anyway, before the murder investigation is solved.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone. Ah, okay. Oh, sorry about that. So gassy. An ancient fountain that doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. A tree grew in a fountain, Kim. Look at that. Alright. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain had almost washed them off. I should title this Let's Read instead. You do a lot of reading in this game. Ah, yeah, this is the guy that sells shit, right? A hepline, the company that controls the drawbridge. Let me check audio again. Good. Everything is good here. Not really, man. Hot air rises up from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. God, I wonder why that is. I'm a mess. Have I ever told you that, Kim? I'm a mess. You've displayed the fact that you're a mess numerous times, officer. Water lock control panel. A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plate. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed Samaritan butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Yeah, it probably won't. It's just gonna get
Evening,
blocked off.
officers.
Nothing. Alright then, see you, big guy. If you have any more ham, mind letting me have some. Boy's pawn shop. For cash. For faster time. Fast cash for faster times. Can we not? Oh wait, yeah, that's a drawbridge. I'm an idiot. A sewer grate. A gateway to river filth. Yes! It indeed is.
Hello again, officer.
Nothing. Alright. I think we could go sleep and then yeah, we could go sleep and then I'll at least let Kim sleep and then we'll go ahead and read and have more of a talk with Joyce. Hold on, I'm gonna plug my phone. Ooh, disco lights.
Hello again, sweetie.
I'm not gonna extort an old lady for money. Come on now. This guy is, oh my god, this guy's knocked out the entire day. The worker is in a deep slumber. Let's sleep. Well, let's let him sleep. He's probably dead at this point anyway. It's all about money, you know. Okay, so he's not back here. Huh. The guy's gone. I wanted to check if he was the mañana that that Joyce mentioned.
can I help you?
So about the money,
Yes.
ow.
Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
Here's 70 real.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Nah, thanks. Yay! Where's endurance? Let's hold it. Yeah. Oh, Harry. Oh, let's read the description. An officer with a bag on one hand and a ledger on the other. You know, that's not a good way to store evidence, right, sir? But I still don't get why freight has 3 T's on it. Seems like such a waste of T's. This plastic bag has Fritzig written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. It smells like yeast and beer. A perfect place for tear. So you can gather stuff with that now. Oh wait, no, you have to tap that. I forgot. This is the door to the room you redecorated. Good night,
Just a
Lieutenant.
moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Cam.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, you look so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. Dude. I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly 1 cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Right there, the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
So, how do you think today went?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hangman. So we didn't even inspect the body.
I know.
But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Thanks. That's a nice consolation, at least.
Though you really dropped the ball on inspecting the body, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim. I'll totally be up for inspecting the body tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm fit to make that promise. generally prefer to start with searching the scene and move on to sort of dealing with dead bodies. I'm sorry I couldn't do more today. I'm just not a very good cop, am I?
We are both doing our best under the circumstances. Just don't drink tonight, please.
Literally the sorriest cop on earth. My goal.
We weren't able to find the union leader, Evrard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Which means I have to find my badge. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his fingers on a cigarette. I mean, the heels aren't that high.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at his snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. So, what are your powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Ravachol.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Hold on, let me check audio. Good. Shit, sorry.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although officers of the RCM
Sorry
you
about
can
that.
arrest people, of course.
Okay, I'm sorry I
rather
get
than
sleepy.
bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestees will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government?
Yes, the international community's mission in Ravachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absolutely fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens of Ravachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do. The moral intern. What is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, Kim, I've forgotten. I've wiped my knowledge of the world clean off my brain. It's a literal blank slate. How would you describe him?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe
What
in?
do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
No.
Others say they are just technocrats.
Why did I think of the name Dolores when I suggested the boat name to Joyce back there? Oh God. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. What's their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Ah, yeah, usual then.
Something kind and usual.
Something almost self-explanatory.
Something ominous.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Oh.
It's more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
Ah, yes. When you get old enough. I see this with a lot of older people that I tend to be around. When you get old enough, you kind of stop giving a shit about stuff like politics. And you're just like, you know what? Let's just stick to what's around me. I have an opinion on a moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow and pulls on a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us a ride to police Revershaw. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism. We're stooges in the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. Mutters how the immigrants, liberal kids, fucking men are turning into women. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it. Who forget me not pierce the days of the sky. Hold on. Moral inserts are facts trying to question reality. That's the image they want to project. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't
We
humanism.
are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout. Say nothing. Just look at that night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarettes, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. And his little stick right here. A narrow static passes overhead. The whiskers of its floodlights to the ground below. Kitsunagi's glasses light up as he looks at the sky. Two glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
He pulls on a cigarette. What are they like
It's
this?
our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky's black. Captain Price wears a black suit, and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he makes his turn on Perdition and Ming. The horse neighs. The captain nods back.
Thanks, kid. Thanks, kid. He thinks he's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good. We won't change anything here.
Probably not. Anyway, positive change happens slowly. We never really get to see the impact of our actions.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He pulls on a stub of his cigarette and looks to the door.
Yes?
Oh, because yeah, I can just manually save later. I'm gonna keep running, Kim. Oh God, officer. See you in the morning. Bye, Kim. Bye. Ah. Oh, it's just glitches on there. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. No time to rest yet. Alright! You need to find 20 real to pay in your room at the Whirling, or be locked after 2100. As long as you have free place to stay, you have to do this every night. Alright, so I think that will be it for today. It's already been it's almost it's still nearly 9. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. We've done a lot of reading. Oh, I think I might message my brother to just leave. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, I just messaged my brother because he might have forgotten that I wanted the PlayStation controller, so I can plug it into my computer. And then we can play Castlevania. I can play something other than a Let's Read. I'm pretty sure most of you, anyone who's even watching, God, I'm alone in this world. I'm talking to myself, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if I just keep doing this, it's gonna get boring eventually. I gotta spice it up with something. I am having a lot of fun with Disco Elysium and just slowly uncovering the world little by little, but we have to spice it up with something else, just to shake things up a bit. So yeah, also, I'm planning on uploading the VODs to YouTube, starting with Disco Elysium, and I think that one video I managed to salvage of one of the 14 streams. But Disco Elysium starts at a part 2, I guess, since the first ever stream that I did, the beginning of the game, I didn't download that one until it got taken down in the full week period. I'm kind of sad about that, but from now on, I'll upload the VODs and archive it in YouTube. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today then. If tomorrow I'm up for it. I think I might do an art stream, but I will have to make that playlist first. I hate copyright, but at the same time I know it's necessary. Well, it means I hate the fact that some classical music are copyrighted. Classical music is nice to listen to and occasions like that. Fucking assholes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me then. Who knows what tomorrow's stream might be, depending on whether I'm ready for the art stream or not. If not, then it's gonna be another Disco Elysium stream. Take care of yourselves out there. Really hope you're all doing well. And have a good night. See ya. Bye bye.